So I don't know, some strange reason my Max becomes slow.
So,
Hello. I can because login only takes time. And all these things are fine. This one I have it exported. For this one, so this section you can see this is the unique section. So we have to export this at least this side separately. So grouped it. And this is my bend wala thing. This one I can delete, delete, delete. No unnecessary unwanted parts. Not required, not required, not required, not required, not required. I need this section. Just need to check one part. I'll delete this section. Okay, it's there. So this part is not required, not required, not required, not required. This will be there, I guess. But I guess it won't be there. Not there. Will be there. And this is also a unique part. It's only coming here only. So what I'll do, I'll just keep it here. Attach. So I identify all those unique parts and export them separately. So this is part of this one. Then if I want, I can keep this staircase with this, or I can keep the staircase entirely separate. So as of now, I'm just exporting this with the staircase. Again, same thing, pivot point, you can use snap, Snap correctly. Go back. The vertex point will be snapping. Center. Proper vertex. Export this. Selected. This is my side wall that staircase goes on. Only one part opening. That opening area. Say open. Right. Selected. Now this entire section we have to create it as a texture we can share. A model we have to make sure this entire thing is one single solid piece. So just simply attach. Okay, this is also bending, right? So texture we can share the same texture I'll use. I want to use a special separate texture or something. No, I won't do that. So I have to delete those areas. Very visible, right? Everything is attached. Polygons, polyproof, like anything that I don't want, unnecessary unwanted parts. And any of the side I have to delete. Because whenever we're going to repeat it, it will be going to repeat itself. Everything looks kind of fine. I could have used this here. No copy, nothing. Right. So you can see like into plan everything and check everything, everything works perfectly. So because this is a unique part and there is a bend. So this bend you cannot do it in Unreal. So you have to create this bend in your model and then export it. So this is there. Now I have to fix this. To fix this, I need to fix this pivot point here, center, pivot only within my snapping. Same grid point, then export, selected. I can name it as bend. My math file. Bend opening is extruded. And like whenever you import any file, whatever was the last setting, it will automatically take that setting only. So no need to set up your files again and again. Opening area. What is opening? I want just opening. See, it snaps perfectly. Now we have those bends. Let's see where is my bend. Less than 10%. You can see it's double. Fix. This is how to fix in my model. It's double. Should not be like that. If you zoom out, I can see it started bending. You have to duplicate, create the entire bend. And like this bending is a slight, I will reduce the bend slightly. It's not like exact. If you want to switch on the snap, you can switch on the snap also, and then fix it perfectly. You can do that as well. So it bends nice. Okay, we have seen works. The collision interface. Collision interface. So like so you can see this bend is like working now. So see in same manner, I'll start. So I can see like one thing I have identified that 5% bend it need to reduce it to like just 4 or something that will work perfectly, or maybe I have to create another bend object just to align it properly. So that bend is like created, and then rest all these things I can add one by one. So one important part is missing from this. Is one very important thing is missing is our cave. The cave structure is missing. Cave. Now there are like few settings you have to do like initially when you block out your entire scene, save your file, because right now what we're doing, we're blocking out entire scene in Unreal, and plus we're going, this will be our final output like level also, because we're going to update each and everything in this scene one by one now. So we can just simply like go ahead and create few of the things, like suppose this, because this is a tunnel, sky is not required. Reflection definitely I need. Mostly fog is not required. Like that is something if I want I can use it definitely. Light source, it's again depends. I can delete. Mesh inside mesh only. So I have a sky. Sky I can keep or I can delete also, because this scene is quite dark. So if I want, the sky is basically indirect light, and this, for this to work you need a sky dome, otherwise it won't work. So if I want I can delete that as well, but still you can see your entire scene, because by default the lighting, that lighting is still there. If you bake it, everything will go, you cannot see anything. So save your file. Now there are a few things I have to place in this scene, like that, which is I go to first. I need to create a material. Right click, material, name it M underscore, or sorry, matte underscore light. It's just a default light, default material with self luminosity and all. Color parameter is emissive. Default value, let's see, maybe 20. I'm connected to emissive color. So it will start emitting light. Then to control this, I can have a multiplier, connect to emissive. This this thing emissive. Oh, sorry. This is so now I can just simply this multiply is not required because I'm using a scalar parameter already. So this thing is that multiply is not required here. If I have a color map or something else, then I need a multiply node. So I'm going to multiply that with the color. So suppose I want a color. So what I can do is press 3 and left mouse button. It will give you a vector parameter where you have all these RGB values. So I can just limit color. Maybe suppose I want the color to be a little bit more towards orange yellowish in color. SRGB, you can switch off and check. Yeah, this is your color. More color. And this is your suppose this is your color. You can connect this to base color directly. Then you need a multiply. Connect this to multiply, this to emissive. and this to B. So what will happen? This color will boost your emissive. So your emissive will have this orange reddish color. Okay. And this is again a parameter. So if you want, you can change the color in instance directly. See, very simple node. You can see there's no texture, nothing, just a material. And whenever create this thing, instance, create instance, save it. You see that orangish reddish glow. Okay. So this glow is ready, a light is ready. So what I have to do is now I have to go back to my maps, unhide all, and then find light, unhide, hide, unselected. This is my max. So this entire thing going to be one single separate texture, or I can separate my light. I can do like either I can just create a material, I can create this is all unwrapped, so I can create a texture with everything and with a selection of emissive. That is something I can do. So, and before that, I have to clean this model. There are like lots of unwanted groups, and for this, these things are not at all required. Why I did this? I'm not necessarily I feel like instead of adding this loop, I could have added beveled this section. Select this. So detach. Now I have two different elements. Create a new material. Name it light and apply that to that section. And one more thing I can see, creating this strange shading. Here, STL. Open. Right now, this material have two different materials. I can select this. You can see I have modified the this thing, modified the mesh also, and plus I have modified the material. What is wrong? Math is lagging so much. Port selected, light, port once again. Go to Unreal, mesh, right click, re-import. Reset to FDX. So if you open it now, so you can see you have two different materials. So this time we'll go to material, select the instance material, apply it here. Instantly I got this. I can go to my scene. But in my scene I haven't applied the light. grid snapping. It will be like snap on the grid perfectly and no errors and will be in center. Okay. Alt, right click, transform, right click, transform, here X, click, okay. Just simply fit it. But still, these are just giving you illusion of lighting. And if you want to increase the emissiveness, you can do that. And you can just increase the point light here. G. You can use the point light. You can use a rectangular light. But this is like this will to create some problems with this kind of lighting. So if you want a rectangular light, you can create a rectangular light. Create a rectangular light. 9 degree, 10 degree, switch on. 180 degree. Place it there. Center. This give you more realistic feel. So if you see, it start giving that rectangular reflection. Now you have, if you press G, you can see it will give you the illusion that this light is this particular emissive material emitting the light. This is how you basically like fake lighting. You need to have a base, like source of lighting, then you have to apply a light. Because if you don't have a source of light, then you just can't just put a light there and create that thing. Then Alt. If I want, I can reduce the intensity of the light. I can do all those things. So basic lighting is there. There are like few things. Those mesh grills are missing. So I just simply import those things as well. Save all. Save your file. For the vent pipe is also here. The shell is also here, and this is pipe. Snap. Okay. There one more thing I realized. in one of them this vent is not there, where I have to apply this one. So that means I have to create another version, that is wall side wall 1. I have to create side wall 2 also, where this this vent is not there. So if you don't place it in your scene, you won't realize you what you, sometimes you'll be doing some mistake or something. You won't realize those things. So you have to place it in your scene and then check it. So once I place it here, so I realize this vent shouldn't be there. Exact same model, only that vent is different. It's okay, sir. It's over this light one. Right now, I'm just focusing on the only right side. Later, I'll just create some flip them and place you on the left side also. Press G. I can you can see, okay, your scene is start working. Press G once again. I want this light. Alt. Place it here. Rotation was 190 degree. Reverse it. Fine. And make sure align it nicely. I can see there's a gap in my model. That is something I have to fix. So those small things, until and unless you place in your scene, you won't realize. Okay. So now you can see this light become cross. Reason, the radius of the light is all overlapping. So what I'll do, because in this light, in this scene, nothing is interactive, I'll make everything static. So that cross will go. If you want to have a stationary or stationary light, you cannot have more than four lights overlapping. That radius should not overlap each other. So if you reduce the radius, it will work. If you or you can just simply move you combine them with static light and stationary light and movable light, so it will again work. So because in this scene there's nothing, no light, no dynamic light, just static. So what I'll do, I'll just simply place it there and make it everything static. So right now what I can see is my lights are way too bright as compared to my reference. My reference is not this prominent. So one first thing, just to check my exact lighting, I have to apply a post process. Because if you don't place post process, what will happen? It will by default the exposure control minimum maximum 1 1. By default it will use this game setting and automatically brighten up your entire scene. So extend this to infinite. Now this is like you can see your scene is quite bright. So I'll select all the lights together, because all these lights are same, and then I have this radius. I can make it to 200 or maybe 300. 300 is fine. 300 and or maybe 400, and reduce the intensity to 5 or maybe 4, like this. Find a balance between your light intensity and your radius, so it light blends nicely, everything becomes soft. And most important thing, like you have to bake this, bake your light and check. Like if you just simply convert all your lights to movable, you don't have to bake anything. But that is not the right way for gaming. For gaming you have to you can keep dynamic light, movable light. They are basically dynamic light. It interacts with the scene, but those are really this GPU demanding. It will drain your GPU, and it will be it won't, it costs you FPS basically. So if you have a static light where you bake all the light information in your scene, so it becomes quite easy to do it. Then that's same. I'll just change the lighting information. That color, yellowish tint, yellowish orange tint, just to add some nice color to my scene. And let's see, should lighting quality preview, build lighting only. Should work quickly. So there's nothing is there in this scene, no textures, only a model and light. Nothing is there, so it should work quickly. But scene, the scale of the scene is really huge. So maybe because of that, it might take a little bit time. It's building 53%. Okay, by the time it bakes, this thing, I'll take attendance. Attendance. Oh, that the class. Okay, okay. Akshay present. Anirudh present. Anshuman present. Ashwin not present. Then Balaji Kusunbil present. Philip present. I guess present. Rohit present. Then Kishore. Sai Sofa. Shiva is present. Then Rajesh. Gurvansan present. Sonu not present. Tushar not present. Shiva. Okay, overlapping UVs and all. So there must be some overlapping UVs and all that I have to check. So this is, like you see that now my entire scene become quite dark, and it's a preview mode. It's not even in production mode, or not even in like good quality, medium quality. So just giving a draft view. So if I play and check, it looks fine only. It works. Shadow is fine. It's in draft mode, and
So what is your FPS?
I the FPS is, switch it on. There is the option. Just for iOS. There is an option, not this one. There's a command also there. I forgot the command, but you can switch it on from this editor. Okay, but if I
So
change the,
it's is it in show?
no, it's not in show.
So left of perspective.
Yes. So it's, you can see it's around 120, 1920 something. It works decently, like yeah, right. That's a good FPS, right? So like anything over 60 FPS is decent. So since 120 is giving me 120 FPS, that's like it's good enough. So you can do it very easily. So, now what I'll do, and this you can see because of this only, because just to get this lighting correct, I blocked out all this section. Otherwise, it will create like all this light bleeding and all this thing will happen. So now what I'll do, I'll just add all those in between things that I have created. I go to import. So now we'll start creating our set. I'll start setting up by scene. Then I'll take all now one by one and start taking things to pixel or substance and start texturing things very quickly. Let's see. Import. This one, import this. Save all. 0, 0. It should be somewhere here. Yeah. That artifact, that area, because that area don't have enough UVs, so it works for me. You can see shadow and all, it's clean. And now once I start adding textures and colors and other lights, because there's a grill, then we have the smoke effect, then there's those pipes and other lights and all those things, and those that turbine. So that is something like once I start doing those things, it will look really nice. Duplicate, right click, transform, Z. Still, you can see my FPS is almost the same. So I can use it, and whatever I have, I can just import everything. And one thing, just cross check that entire scene. If I put it here, it still works. So now what I'll do, I'll just these pipes, I keep it like this, and that cave and chamber part. That cave will create in ZBrush and place it here. Then we'll create this tunnel. I'll bend it and we'll place it there nicely. Then we'll place all these lights, turbines, and all those things vent. And then we'll start texturing these things, and we will finally we create those pipes and texture it and create a spline and apply it here. So that is something we'll do, and yeah, that, that's something we'll create and do it. So, like now, once your basic modeling is done, import everything into Unreal and then place it and start lighting. This is how it works. Like, even if you saw some tutorial, something you can see, they create the basic model, they import, then they modify model, texture, and everything one by one. So, because after importing into a scene, you understand, okay, this thing looks bad, or this thing I need to modify or increase, decrease, add details, all those things. Then they modify things. So based on that, those things, I'll modify things. I'll create all details one by one. There are like few lights, a few elements. Most probably I'll add few elements. Right now it looks way too empty. I'll duplicate the lights so that it looks nice. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this. At least this light, I'm happy. This looks decent. It's glowing also, and plus emitting light also. So it's good. So, like use your time wisely, create your things, and import everything into Unreal and start building your scene. Start building your scene. Place everything nicely. Place the skylight. Now, if I bake, think colors will change. I don't want it. Select everything. Drag the into mesh. Keep everything sorted. Select all your lights. Plus lights. So sorted. So keep everything clean and sorted, and then now we'll gradually start adding things and like adding details. We will start adding details and refining our stuff basically. The basic blocking is kind of okay. Now we'll start refining things.
Sir,
Yeah.
later on, can you help me with the landscape?
Yes. Okay. You can tell me like what you want. So based on that, I can show that.
Uh, just I forgot some of the blueprints, like the landscape for putting in the materials, no,
Material
multiple
and all. Okay.
textures.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll do
Uh,
that, and then okay, next class I explain that because right now I have another class. So
okay, sir.
we'll do that. No problem. If you have any doubt, anything, that's what. If you ask me, until and unless you ask me, I wouldn't know. So I'll
Sir,
explain those things.
sir, sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, can you teach me speed tree also?
What?
Speed tree.
Okay, I'll show the speed tree. No problem. Hmm. So speed tree. So okay, we'll do that speed tree also. So try to finish like whatever you have. Like try to import everything in Unreal. Then we'll gradually add details. That time I'll explain speed tree or because if some few part will need this thing high poly because that I'll do. I'll create those things and do it. So I'll show those everything. Don't worry, because environment to have your high poly and all those things. So I'll create like wherever it's required. I'll do that and speed will also explain. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'll see you guys.